It's week 10 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Rams and the Dolphins on Monday night.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience...
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go in Monday Night Prime Time. Ronnie Rivers now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And then brought out by the reigning MVP, the second of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Now Jackson off the play action. That's taken in by Cup. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Higbee. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it brings up an LA first down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up second down. Lamar now from the gun. Has it in close. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion. It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on fourth down. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Slide's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's what really pays, to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by the fifth-year lefty out of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Tua off the play fake. That's Hill working the sideline, complete.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Going play action. Tagovailoa. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Rams and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. First down throw for Jackson. His pass caught by Nakua. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Got Williams, and it's complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Jackson now on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Receiver in motion, headed right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say that football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy. Something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a first down. They can be difference makers, too.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Gets caught left side by Hill. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, here's Tua. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his own hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Taken in by Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Dolphins pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Rivers. And this drive will start inside the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Hands it to the receiver here. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, here's Jackson. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard
Lamar off to play fake. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Mostert on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's a chain up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Taking a deep shot here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Rams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his touchdown, another one for him this season, as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. First down, here's Lamar. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
On second down, a run with Williams. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Gotta figure out this third down here. Lamar now from the gun. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find the home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punch it away again. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Smith. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Second down now, 7 to go. Tua off the play fake. That's caught, Devon Achane. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Tua again. Hauled in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. This one's taken in by Hill. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. Offense to the line for second down. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. That run gets him 7. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Aubrey puts it through, and it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Rivers. This return makes it up to the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here's 2nd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. And again, it's Jackson. Completed to his running back. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. Finds his target, Robinson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lamar throwing again. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. Jackson now on 3rd. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphin offense taking over late in this half. And we're down inside 50 seconds to play. Enough time to at least get into field goal range. 1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. 1st down. Here's Tua. Has a man. It's Achane. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Tua out of the pistol. It's taken in by Washington. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Tagovailoa again. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead just before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. defenders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. They won't gain anything on the run as time runs out in the first half. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate. Thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Mostert on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And now it's second down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This finds Smith. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Buying some time left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Jared Verse on the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. A-chain again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 3rd and 6. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Finds his man Waddle. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. On target to Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play, and that will set up first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They kick the running back in motion. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game. Offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still second down.
Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for second and goal. They'll stick with A-Chain. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound, thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's fourth and forever.
Aubrey puts it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Rivers. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Rams headed out to the field now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. It's taken in by Williams. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And they've got themselves another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson throwing here. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Second down now, 7 to go.
At the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. His pass caught by Nakua. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Lamar now from the gun. Got Williams, and it's complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
At the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one complete to Higbee. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Jackson yet again. It's complete to Higbee. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Third down and 2.
Lamar off the play fake. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
First and goal, here's Williams. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. From the gun, Jackson. Has it in close. It's an LA touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Mostert on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. Buys time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he caves and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing the southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
All right, here we go. Second down. Man in motion here. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. Escape. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, third down. They send Hill right. Here he is on third and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. So the Dolphins ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Rams will be loving their field position they have to begin this drive. New set of downs for him from the 46. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Jackson to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They send a man in motion. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Another run for Williams. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The visitors and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Tua off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Into the red zone. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 9-point advantage. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game.
Rams 17.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Rivers. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Out come the Rams on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
A throw right side finds Cup. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Cup. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 39-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. Able to find Nakua here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go with Williams on the counter. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now here's Lamar. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
3rd and 4.
Jackson looking to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. First down, here's Tua. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30.
Pass interference. Defense.
Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. Putting a receiver in motion. Now first down. Here's Tagovailoa. Hauled in by Waddle. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Trying to run it in, Achane. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Looking to throw. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board. The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams gotta score in a hurry. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 37. That one complete to Higbee. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Lamar now from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson yet again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Now to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Complete to DeMarcus Robinson. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
A 4-yard gain.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Forced out to his right. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle, and the Rams cut it to a field goal game. So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Dolphins were all over that kick. This game is over. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On first down, they'll run. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. A-chain on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A 53-yard attempt.
Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.